Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello to the future watchers. How is everybody tonight? How are you doing, Brother Thomas?
I'm doing fine, Hershey. It's
I'm
cold
fine.
here in Texas today. I know it's only relative to your sub-freezing temperatures, but it's cold for me.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely cold. It is definitely cold.
It is not cold here.
Well, geez, just
Or I mean,
rub it
it's a
in,
little
why don't you?
chilly. It's chilly, but it's not. Yeah, compared to you, it's not cold.
Rub it in a little more.
But I've been spending my afternoon trying to pack. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
trying. I am. It's packing
that's a
day.
good thing. That's a good thing. Well, okay, so today we are going to do things a little bit differently. Um, for anybody that wants to participate in tonight, hey Cosmic, what's up? Glad to see you here. In order to participate
Mhm.
tonight, even in chat, I am making a request that you grab stones for protection. So I know a lot of people say grab your deck and play along. Well, I'm asking that people grab their stones because I'm going to be turning on my spirit box tonight and I'm going to be trying to get to some answers about something that happened last night in my chat. So, for anybody that was in my chat last night, now I'm going to go into the story one time, but I'm going to let a few people get in. And once a few people get in, then I will go into what happens. Um, I got both of my stones in my hand. I may pass out. Very funny. What kind of kahunas is he holding? Um, so I had a very wild night. Very wild night. I had a wild day. It's been crazy hectic with energy, with ghosts, with shades, with spirits, with creatures. It's just been a day. So I literally have a whole circle around me, and you guys see that I have Ella out tonight. So Ella has my back, and she is included within the protection circle. So I have Ella, and I have almost any stone you could probably think of, literally just thrown in a circle all the way around me and my laptop. Michelle, are you protected with stones and circles?
Yes, ma'am. I was showing off all the different stones I have, and these are just. I have something all around me, like from
Okay.
geodes. I'm wearing stuff. I'm wearing this. I have stuff even along my rug. So when my dog's laying down below me, he's the circle is not just it's around me, and then there's another circle.
Okay, good. Okay. And
And
Thomas,
I
what
have a
about you?
candle going.
I've got crystals around me, in front of me, and on my altar by my candle behind me.
Okay. All right. So, hi Vivian. Okay, so
Little crystals here.
basically there's four people either actively chatting or watching, lurking, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So yesterday in my live, I went against my own judgment. I broke my own rule and I opened a door last night. Now, I have told everybody in any of the lives I've ever been in, I don't hide what I do. I work with ghosts. I cross ghosts over to other parts of their afterlife. I have no idea where they go once I walk them into the doorway that they don't have access to without me helping cross them to it. Um, what I can tell you is that I opened a door last night to try to help some people, and I had some shit come through. Well, in the process of the thing coming through, I was also still doing reads. I had noticed it, I was paying attention, but what I wasn't paying attention to is that when you open one door and you're not securely holding it, because I did get distracted, I allowed myself to be distracted by what came through, which allowed other doors to get open when I wasn't looking. So it took me over 20, just under 12 hours just over 12 hours, somewhere in there, to close all of the doors and windows that got open last night. I had a spread that I was trying to do for Miss Tarot D last night. Hi, Willow. Anyway, like 18 cards fell out or something like that. 16, some astronomical ass number. And I'm like, there's no way I can do all of that, but I'll just kind of touch on it. And then something was interfering with everything. I had 5 full bars last night. I was looking at my set. I was looking at my guests that are the same 2 guests that are here with me tonight. And I was looking at the connection, and I had 5 bars all the way across, but yet something was very much so interfering with the live, right? So, to make a long story short, I ended the live last night, and I'm quite abruptly, because I felt like a diamond was being created in my head with the amount of pressure that was going on inside this room. When I close the live, there's a habit that I always do, and it's kind of a little private joke between Thomas and I, but it's I'll meet you on the smoke deck. We are both smokers, but neither one of us smoke in our house because we don't want to smoke in our house. We smoke outside, okay? So we both bundle up and we go outside, and we usually meet each other out there around the same time, right? So last night, I ended the live. I went, I got my onesie, I put my onesie on, I put my coat on. As I was walking out the door, I called him just like I always do, or like he always does, right? This is an everyday thing, not an every live thing. This is an everyday thing. I'm outside, I'm smoking my cigarette, and I hear Miles going, "They're tearing your shit up." And I'm like, "What?" And he was, well, he didn't curse, okay, y'all, that's mine. That's me ad-libbing. He's like, "They're tearing your shit up." And I was like, "What the, who is?" And he said, "The residual energy and the short shit." So I'm like, "Oh, the little 4'11" dude?" And he was like, "He's 5'1". And I'm like, "I don't give a fuck at this point. He's tearing my shit up." So I put my cigarette out. I come back in the house, and I come in my room. And as soon as I open my fucking door and I turn my light on, all 7 of, or 6, I don't, 6 or 7 of my decks that I had sitting on top of my desk were all over my floor. They had dumped my trash can over. My trash can was all over everything. They had knocked ashes out of my. Okay, I have a joint ashtray. I smoke weed in the house, right? Y'all know that. Y'all seen me smoke. I got my bowls and everything. They knocked my weed ashtray. They knocked it onto the floor. So I had trash. I had cards. So literally, y'all, I hit the ground. I was crying. I was so upset. I was so mad at myself because I knew better than to open one door without double ass protection that I didn't bring with me last night, that I always do, but last night I was slipping, right? We're human. We have the days when we slip. So anyway, I am talking to Thomas and Michelle. I flip the camera around, I show them, and my room is literally destroyed in, I mean, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes? Well, how long was I outside?
Less than
I'm
a
going to
cigarette.
just stop right
Half a
there for a
cigarette.
minute, and I'm going to let Michelle and Thomas give you their version of it before we go any farther into the story, because it goes all the way to about 3:30 this afternoon. So, Michelle, what
Well,
was
I mean,
your opinion about what that was last night? From the
I didn't
live
really,
all the way
yeah,
through.
I didn't really see, though I didn't experience it the way everybody else did, because apparently when I was talking and my voice went Minnie Mouse to like amplified and like shit was being messed with, I didn't experience that because I'm on this side, of it.
Yep,
But
me either.
when you were out there for maybe not even a half a cigarette, when you got the message that they're messing your stuff up, so I'm imagining, okay, they're moving things around. No, her thing at Jan's desk, cards, thing thrown on the floor. Her blanket was wadded up. It was just like, oh, are you kidding me? Somebody threw a tantrum in her freaking room and threw everything everywhere. It was if hard to believe if I didn't see it. Like I told her take a picture, but she just couldn't even take a picture. She was on her phone and like was just too overwhelmed with the disrespect and the just the energy of it all. It wasn't. I felt helpless. like just sitting here, you know, keep like watching it, not even be able to help you. But it was crazy.
Thomas, what about you? What's your opinion about from the live to the explosion?
Well, it was definitely coming through on the electronics because Michelle had been turned into the Kmart announcer, over the PA and sounding very funny
Cleaning up aisle
to
3.
me on this side. And we went up for a cigarette as normal and came back into the room. And there was card explosion all over Hershe's floor. I mean, from her reading chair all the way across her bedroom floor.
And then half the deck was missing.
Well,
some cards were missing. We've Hershe located them this morning under TV. Have we got
perfectly stacked too, by the way.
Sequentially stacked.
So it was definitely some anger energy going on around.
So last night during the live, this is what I know right now. I will play the rest of today back in a little bit, guys. But what I want you guys to understand, I seen you come in, Miss Moonlight. Hello, hello, hello. And anybody else that I may have missed. Hello, hello, hello. Blessings to everybody. I need everybody to grab crystals, stones, wands, cursed dolls, totems, black salt, whatever. I need everybody to have protection tonight. So listen to part 2. So, well, actually, it's part 1. It's part 2 of part 1. Okay. I had to try to figure out where the little short guy came from, right? Now, when I say short, I was figuratively last night talking shit, saying he was about 4'11", and it pissed him off. And he was like, I'm 5'1". I'm from 500 or 600 B, or C, common, or whatever he said.
Common era. So
and then something about Alexandria and something. And he's got this funky hat on that's got a feather of mohawks in the middle, and he's got like these one side rolled, one side folded kind of thing going on, a point in the front, a point in the back. And he's saying address him as Captain something, but he was very broken up last night with the doors that I had open, so I couldn't make out everything that was going on, and I was ignoring him, thinking that he was for somebody in the chat, right? But when I couldn't get him to come through very clearly, and at the same time, I started noticing this lady that was passing through me in like a very glitchy kind of situation. And it was like, it was just very odd the way she was kind of glitching through my bedroom. So somewhere in the midst of cleaning up, realizing that half of my deck of one of my decks was missed. Well, not really half, but it was like 12 cards was missing. Because when I put it back up, I was like, this isn't my whole deck. There's something's missing. I searched everything, guys. I need you to understand. I searched everything. I even went in my bathroom. I went in my closet. I went under my desk, my bed, I went under everything. And 12 cards was just gone. Literally gone. I looked at the box. I counted them out. I looked at the box. I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to have X amount of cards, and I don't have X amount of cards. So I'm laying in bed last night after I finally I've cried again. I have re-blessed my room. I have done everything I can, thinking that I've gotten rid of everything except for the little short shit, right? So when I'm laying there, I'm noticing something. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Something is moving my wind chime all night long. Why did you set that? What are you doing?
Did your music box go off right now?
Yeah, he just literally turned something on my phone.
I heard it.
So anyway, my wind chime starts going off, and I'm like, look, whatever you are, just leave my stuff alone. I can't take anymore, right? Anyway, to make a long story short, I'm not going to go through every single detail, but at some point today, around the 2:30 to 3:30 hour this afternoon, I get the last door and window shut, sent back, returned to sender. I'm not doing it. I almost didn't do this live because of how emotionally exhausted I was. Because there was no way I was going to be able to open up again after having that kind of night and day, right? I wasn't going to do that to myself. I don't care. I wouldn't do that for anybody. Nothing personal against anybody here. But everybody has to understand how much energy that pulls from somebody like me. And I carry a lot of energy, and it drained everything out of me. Everything. Done. Couldn't even hardly walk.
I'm only 6.
Children are not allowed. Go to bed. I'm trying to make light of everything that happened, but I can't joke about it. So today, after I get everything closed, this Captain Ahmad, or I'm not sure I'm still saying his name properly, but he is roughly 4'11" to 5'1". He is from a whole long time ago. He claims to be a pirate captain or something. I don't even think those two go together. I'm not buying all of his story, but he can do no harm. So therefore, I know he's not mischievous, right? He may be ornery. He may be, just a little bit, have a little bit a Joker kind of mentality, a little ornery and shit, but he can't actually physically hurt anything, right? So I'm not worried about him physically hurting me, but what I need to figure out is who he belongs to, because I tried to get rid of him and I couldn't get him back because he's attached to someone that was in the chat last night. So this is the reason tonight's story goes way different, but this is life and life is just, and I can't do shit about it. So tonight I will be turning on my spirit box to try to get him to come through. He was a little cranky earlier, about an hour or so ago, when I turned my box off because he's quite vocal. And then he jumped straight to Thomas's talking about that he was something, and he was also ancient. And we're like, okay, yeah, that's got to be him. So I'm not 100% sure about, what is that? Armand. He's looking for some pirate's booty. I feel like he's a guide of somebody's. Like I feel like he's a guide of somebody.
I gotta say, he did possibly fix your humidifier.
Oh yeah, and I think he fixed my hot air humidifier because I couldn't get it to work for like 3 days in a row. And I mean, I took it almost all the way apart and I couldn't get it to work. And I can usually fix my humidifier. Couldn't get nothing to work for like 3 days. Today, I walk right in after being outside smoking, and I walk in and I'm like, what the hell? And I smell the Vicks and I'm like, oh, somebody fixed my machine and turned it on for me and all. Like, great, thank you, I appreciate it. I know he's a good guy, but I just need to figure out who was in the chat last night that he could be too, and I have somehow closed that door for him, and I need to figure out who you are and see if I can get him back to you, if I can, or he has a message for somebody that was in the chat last night, and until the message is delivered, he's not going anywhere. So either way it goes, tonight, what he wants me to focus on is when he came in. So last night in the chat, he came in roughly, what time would you say that was, Thomas? Maybe about an hour after we got going, or sooner than that?
Yeah, probably about at the hour mark.
The only 3 that came in within a 10-minute span Now, I have watched the chat like 7 times, guys, to see when people came in around the time that he appeared, and it was Miss Tarot D, Cosmic, and Heather. So
Cosmic Orphan, not
I
Cosmic
know he
Lady.
doesn't want to do harm. I know he has a message for one of somebody that was in the chat, but it was somewhere around the time frame when Miss Tarot D, Cosmic, and Heather came in there. Somebody else either came in and maybe left, or somebody left the chat at that time and didn't come back, and maybe he didn't get to deliver the message. I'm not sure, but I need to figure it out. And I am asking the chat to please grab stones. Well, Nicole's here. Maybe Nicole can help me.
Mhm.
I just want to get him back to where he needs to go, whether that's with the person that he needs to be guiding, or
You mean harm.
moved on to
Do
where
you say
he
do
needs
no harm?
to go because he delivered the message.
Do you mean harm?
Huh?
Oh, didn't mean harm.
No. Hershey just wants to send Ahmad back to where they need to be.
He sounds like he could be handy around the house. I mean, I don't I didn't see him do it, but he had a Cheshire grin on his face when he came in, and I didn't notice the grin. I noticed that my Vicks machine was running, and I'm like, wait, and it's 100 degrees. You put it on high. Shit, I literally walked in my room and broke a sweat. It was so hot in here. I was like, Jesus. It was ridiculous. So I don't I don't know if he has a message or if he's somebody's guide. And somehow within all the chaos, because last night it was like literally Black Friday when I opened the floodgate, or when I opened one door, it was like a freaking floodgate of energy that came through. So I don't know. I know that the chat was jumping last night. I was doing the best I could to keep up with it, but I had a lot of interaction. I had a lot of interference. So if anybody in the chat remembers around the time that Heather, Cosmic, and Miss Tarot D came in, was there somebody that left that maybe I may have missed? Thomas, blinking light in your background. Candle.
It's a candle, yeah.
We have candles going. I have my beautiful Ella watching my back. I am in a stone circle and a black salt protection circle. I have salt all around me. Oh, and in the process of it, I've got a missing stone. I still haven't found that amethyst yet that I had sitting next to my pink quartz crystal.
On your Buddha?
No, I had took it off the Buddha because it had charged.
Okay.
And I had placed it in a circle. The salt is gone and the amethyst is gone, but the pink quartz is still there.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, really? Where'd the amethyst go?
So
Where'd the black salt go? Like, you just literally just got rid of everything. Like, what are you doing? So,
Miss Charlotte, Ahmad said that he was from
I noticed that, Cosmic.
1600
I've been trying to figure it out.
and he was out of Alexandria, and I'm thinking Egypt.
So, does anybody have any kind of ties to Alexandria? A guy
Amon, that was
that
a
looks
pirate?
like or considers himself some form of a pirate, or jokingly calls himself the captain, or I think he said Ahmad as a name, or Armad or something like that.
Willow Love says a guy named Amand, Ammand, that was a pirate. There's a guy named Amand that was a pirate.
Well, if he's short with an attitude to match it, like Napoleon complex kind of attitude, then I got your dude. I got somebody's guy here, and I just want to return to sender.
Let me write that down.
That's how to
So we can
know.
look it up later.
Cosmic says it's not me. So if anybody, is he a gladiator soldier? Also curious. He says that would have been not his call. Like he said, I think no. He speaks very, very oddly to me, but you know, this is modern day, and he's like from 500 or 600 BC. So he's from a very different speaking time difference. It's and I would think I would have a little better communication with him, but it's very, very difficult with the accent and everything going on.
Does he have a message? You said that he might have a message.
Miss Charlotte says, if we are crossing through lifetimes, I can only go back about 50, so I won't help. He doesn't have an issue. I think he has a message for somebody, Cosmic, and he wants me to pay attention to the time he came in. Now, to the best of my knowledge, in my house where I live, my roommates weren't here. Neither one of my roommates were here. It was very quiet. I don't even think I had any lights on in the house, except for in the room I was in last night. So, Michelle, did you have anything going on around you where maybe he could have came in through maybe you or Thomas?
And like what? What do you mean?
Guys have any kind of something going on? Hi, Samantha. Hi, Elijah.
What do you mean? What if I had something going on?
No, I'm asking, did you have any kind of craziness? I mean, I didn't sense anything. I was catching it, like when you guys would freeze every once in a while, but I didn't understand why it was happening because I had 5 bars showing, and I'm like, how are we freezing? How are we buffering? What is going on? You know, what is interfering?
Remember, would kind of bark, and he was barking a little bit different, but sometimes he's barking at my neighbors. So I mean, I don't know, but I didn't. It was nothing unusual that I experienced to make it different, because like there are times when I'm like, okay, he's low growling at something, but it's not like, you know, anything was out of the ordinary.
So he's telling me roughly about 9:02 to 9:17 is when I noticed him, but he's saying 9:02.
And he can't tell you, or he won't tell you who he came from.
Would we have even been live? And see, y'all, I have a lot of
we started at 8 Central last night, and we went past our hour and a half.
So maybe we can ask a question a certain way to get him to tell us where he came from.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've got that he came from what was at that point later called Alexandria. So it wasn't even called Alexandria.
I mean, it came from who he's attached to. I mean, who he's attached to. If we gotta go around it that way.
Just take the message and write it down, and then tell him I will pass it on. Yeah, I recognized for some reason like 9:17 or something, because I remember making sure to watch that we didn't go over an hour and a half, and it was about 9:17 when it looked like shit started going crazy, and I looked at Miles, and Miles wasn't there. It was the short guy. That's what I have been noticing when I was watching. I watched the replay, and I don't even watch the replay, but I just kept watching it, because at first I had made it private because I didn't want any kind of crazy energy to get out. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but I know that it can somehow, and some does, pass through electricity, pass through current. I didn't want to put
here. Maybe you can ask her.
So at first I had made my video private until way later today when I cleared all of the energy, and then I opened it back up to being public. So at this point, I'm only trying to figure out if anybody recognizes him. I already have the intention of taking the message. I just wanted to give somebody a chance that may have been here last night to either recognize him or say, yes, I've worked with him before, or yes, I've heard, you know, anything. But if nobody's heard of him, then it's no big deal. I just wanted to ask and make sure before I sent him up the river and I sent somebody's guide away. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sound cruel by saying that, but I'm not keeping him, and I'm going to receive the message. And if somebody is here tonight that was here last night that would be able to know him, then I would basically be eliminating 2 birds with 1 stone. I could deliver the message and I could send him out of here. But if that's the whole reason for me telling what happened, is so I could see if the person last night recognized him today if they were here. But other than that, I'm going to let it go because it's crazy, and we're going to get on with it. And Heather, not Heather. Sorry. Hi, Heather. I saw you come in.
Are you missing a pirate?
Is related to a
Spicy.
real life. So he claims he's a pirate from what we would have called Alexandria, but he's from like 500 or 600 BC. So I don't know where in what year in history and all of that Alexandria would have been called Alexandria, or if it's Alexandria right now. I don't know. What I know is what he says. And he comes from the land that we would now know as Alexandria, and that he was some kind of pirate, and he likes to joke and say that he's a captain. Which I don't see him not being it, because he's almost kind of got that hat going on, and he wears like a mohawk of feathers in the middle of it. He's kind of proud of that damn hat too. I just want y'all to know that's the only reason he's 5'1" is he's wearing that hat.
I thought he was pissed off because you were telling him he's a short shit.
I don't know, Heather. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I still have him here. He says that I think I understand him to say that his name is Captain Ahmad or something very similar to that. I can't swear to it. I can't seem to make a full connection to him because he does have an attachment to somebody that was in the chat last night. I just can't figure out who he's a guide for. And I want somebody to get their guide back. I don't want to send him, up, and if I can get him back to where he needs to be I'm trying to help him out here.
Attack.
I thought they could always find their way back to you if they're meant for you or attached to, like there's a string.
Ahmed, is that what you're hearing? And it could be. He comes from a land down under. Women glow and men plunder. Why does that sound familiar? That's the pirate. That's a pirate's Cree or something, right?
It's Men Down Under. It's a song, lyrics from a song.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I've heard it before. I just couldn't recognize where I heard it from. So, I mean, if nobody recognized him as a guide, then I mean, it's no big deal. I just, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't,
I
sending
have Captain
somebody's
Morgan.
guy away that had a message, that
I have
wasn't able
Captain
to
Morgan
get
here
it.
with me, and I was drinking Captain Morgan last night and today. Just kidding. Spicy rum.
Ooh. So, Michelle, you say you are getting all packed up and ready, huh?
Yes, I am, slowly but surely. But I don't have that much stuff. But
I'm sorry. Damn.
But I thought our guides would be connected to us, kind of like tethered, like a little string, and they'd always be able to kind of get back to us. So I guess that's not necessarily.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying when I send him back, if I don't get the message, and if he's having trouble delivering the message because maybe his human doesn't have a strong connection or something.
Okay, so they'll go back to that person, but the message.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to just send him on without being able to relay the message.
In my mind, you're gonna send him off like he's homeless now. I'm like, you're sending him packing.
No.
I love you. But that's what we're
like the bus stop down the street.
I meant send him back. I mean,
there.
send him back with message non-delivered. Like return to sender can't help you.
Loud and clear. Gotcha.
But anyway, so are you ready to move? Are you ready?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm not looking forward to. Oh, so my friends who are supposed to help me are bailing on me. Well, not really.
That's why he is still.
There's man, sorry, I have this bump right here. It's irritating me.
He did, and he wants to stay for the spirit box, Nicole. not to cut you off, Michelle, just 1 second. And here in a minute, we're going to turn the box on and see what he has to say. And he might actually call out to the person he belongs to, which, you know, I asked him to do that. So if y'all hear your name and you were in last night's chat, don't call me talking about he ain't mine. Okay. If he calls your name out here in a minute, we're gonna figure out, you know, who return to sender is. But anyway, go ahead. What was you saying?
No, just my friends. I was teasing that they're gonna go to Pensacon Saturday, and so like, oh my gosh, can we start an hour early? Like they want to. I'm like, girls, like
Can you
I
It's
find
not
have
a
they
picture,
can
Heather.
they have a weekend to help me. Go do your thing and then come back. You
Right.
know, but
Right. No, he
so-
has his oath, do no harm. He can't do physical harm. He has an oath. Do you
disenchanted dead politician.
Well, he's very calm, Nicole. Like right now,
Now,
he was not, y'all. He was not, and he owned up to being the one to slap all my damn cards and destroy all my decks. But he didn't do it alone. There was a lot of energy in here last night that was literally, the pressure was insane. That's why I had to kill the live as quickly as I did. I didn't even get to say goodbyes to people. I had to go, and I had to immediately get outside. I had to get out of this room. It was crazy. But no, I mean, he is a little Andre. He's a little Andre. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. He spilt all my decks, but he's not the one that dumped my ashtray over. He's not the one that broke my dragon. Something broke one of my dragons last night, and I had to re-glue my dragon back together. Like it's just been it's been craziness. So he's completely calm now that I've got all the doors shut, and he wants to hopefully be able to deliver a message, but I can't make any promises at this point because he was holding out for the one that he was trying to deliver it to. So he still hasn't spoke up saying he's ready yet. So I'm assuming whoever was in the chat last night still is not in the chat right now.
hi, Miss
No,
Tarot.
there's no reason to be concerned. Do you see her?
I do.
No, I'm saying, Heather, you see her? I have Ella. Ella has my back. I am in a protection circle, and I'm not worried about the one that's standing right here in plain sight. And he is not bad. He is not evil. He's ornery, but hell, I don't know too many cryptids and creatures and even angels that aren't ornery or shit talkers. So, you know, I mean that they all have a
Armand
personality
Henri.
and sense of humor. What it say?
Armand Henri is his name. Hunting Booty is his game. He's Henri. Armand Henri.
So 3 of Cups is celebration. Death would be rebirth about the message. See, the message that he has is positive for somebody, but I'm not going to deliver it if that person isn't here. It is seriously a beautiful blessing of a message. And he has been somebody's guide for a long time, and he doesn't have a very strong connection to them, but he really wanted to get the message to them last night. But so the devil card for me would mean that he would be trying to help somebody in their subconscious or their unconscious. The devil for me simply says that I need and am working on my subconscious, and I am breaking the binds. If it was in reverse, I would say, okay, he's being a little bullshitter. But upright, that lets me know that I'm breaking binds, I'm breaking chains, I am paying attention to subconscious and unconscious thoughts that move me in my current situation, and I am learning to break those. But as for me, I know that's how I see it, and too many times I have to look at the cards around it. But with the cards that she put in there, 3 of Cups, the Lovers, those are all positive things. Rebirth is about bringing something back to life, and you know, growth. To me, it's about change. Change is a good thing. Could we get a volunteer to adopt anyone? Look, I mean, like timing wise, if you go back through the chat, he came in between that 10 minutes or so that you, Heather, and Miss Tarot D came in. But other than that, I literally can't figure it out. I don't know if somebody left and I'm missing it, or what it was. Hierophant and Ten of Swords. Well, the backstabbing, I take that personal because he was part of the little shit energy that threw and trashed my bedroom last night in a matter of about 2.5 minutes. They destroyed my room. They destroyed like 6 decks of mine. Like it was crazy. It was, but he wasn't alone. He owned up to his part of it. So, I mean, he didn't physically harm anything. He made, you know, been a little ornery like a ferret, taking and hiding my keys, or me being distracted on something else and missing something that's going on. I mean, that's when they're trying to get your attention. That's the kind of shit they do for me, so that they get my attention. Oh no, I can hear him just fine. It's very, very broken. Because he doesn't speak any English, and his translating button obviously is broken because he's only coming through in his language, and I can't understand it. And I don't seem to have a translating button. Like I said, I think mine's broken or something, because I can make out certain words, but I can't understand everything he's trying to say until the message. I know the message because that comes clear. I just want to deliver it to the right person.
Mr. OD.
I swear, Mr. OD, I thought it was you. I'm not going to lie, especially when I was reading the comments and you had talked about having some crazy energy. You know, I was like, oh, well, this is simple. It's got to be Mr. OD then, right? I originally thought it was you, but then I talked to you today and we got that square. I was like, oh no, because that guy you're describing to me sounds gorgeous and like 7 foot and built like a brick shit house. He's 4'11", 5'1" with his hat on, and he's got a Napoleon complex, and he has a very leather face. So he has been in the sun his whole life. Like you can tell he has been on a boat and his whole life. Like he's very leathered, very worn.
Okay. So
he looks
obviously,
like he's very wary.
If he's saying the person is not in the chat now, so then it must have been somebody maybe who came in but didn't say anything.
That's what I'm saying. There could have been somebody lurking that I missed or
I
something.
missed that.
And I'm just hoping that if they come in, he seems to have the message clear. I can seem to hear the message very clearly.
Okay.
So I know that person when they come in, because I'm assuming I'm going to understand what he's saying again clearly. Cosmic, how would you explain it? Like when somebody only can, like, I don't know. Like, it's like I'm only supposed to receive the message, I think, because everything else is very much in his language, and I can't understand what I can make out. Like pirate, I managed to work out how to get the word pirate out of him. Captain, I was able to describe his hat and kind of found like a very similar kind of hat that he is wearing even right now. I can kind of describe him and what he looks like. And I mean, Miss Tarot D, I would hope he would have been free. You were my strongest feeling. I'm not gonna lie, especially with the energy he brought. He brought some craziness. Now I ain't gonna lie, he brought some fucking craziness. But I dealt with the energy that he had attached to him, and that's all neutralized now. So that part of that energy is gone, and he is very calm. He doesn't have that attachment to him anymore, and now he just wants to deliver this message to somebody, and then he's somebody's guide. He is somebody's guide that was with us last night. Johnny Depp, boy. I wish. No. I wouldn't wish him dead. We need him. The world needs him still. I mean, it's just my opinion, but in my opinion, the world still needs him. But I don't know. Enough about him. If it happens to, I understood his language. I hear his accent. It is an ancient like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's very this is such a dead language. I'm struggling. It took me hours and hours and hours to get from the 500s or 600s BC before, because he didn't understand any of, like, he has been learning. I'm approximately getting that he's been with somebody for about 6 to 8 years. Whoever he came through, I know. Could you back up, please? And I need you to back up too. Wait your turn. He's been with somebody for like 6 to 8 years, and he's been trying to get through to them and reach them, but this person doesn't understand him, or doesn't feel him, or doesn't have a connection yet, or whatever it is. And which is fine, because they're going to get him back. I'm going to send him back. I just wanted to relay the message is what it was. Good God, what do you need? You got every pore on me just drenched right now. Could you back up, please, and thank you? Woo. Holy hell.
Are we going to turn the box on?
I can scare you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not. Leave, you asshole. See, that's the ornery shit I'm talking about. He just turned my damn TV off, and I know that ain't on camera, but I'm just saying. It's energy saver. You don't have to turn it off. Just leave it. Just leave it be on the home screen.
When I was pointing to my ears, and Hershey broke out into a sweat and had him on both sides, like, wow. Yes. I mean, it just.
You heard it, Thomas?
I mean, the ear ringing.
I'm in no hurry to turn the damn box on. I'm in no hurry to start talking for these guys. Y'all don't understand the type of energy it takes. I'm solo dolo. That's why I'm making sure everybody gets stones and crystals, no matter who you are. If you do not have any stones or crystals, I am asking you nicely to either leave the chat or speak up now, so that we can grab more for you and we can light a candle for you in the chat, and you can stay, but we can protect you collectively. But I need everybody to have protection, because last night was crazy, and I will not absolutely go through that again, period. I won't. I'm not going to. And anybody would be in their crazy mind if they would want that kind of energy going through them again. I ain't going for it.
He was, Heather. Early Ritual was here last night.
Yeah, Early Ritual was here last night. Like I said, once I broke the connection and neutralized all the energy and all the residual, and I got everything cleaned out, he went almost like the brightest white I've ever seen. And I don't see a lot of white. I get grays, I get silvers, I get beautiful blues, I get all kinds of colors. I don't get like these pure white things. I don't get that. So I know he's good. He doesn't mean harm. I just don't know who he's a guide for. And he's incredibly strong, y'all. I mean, he's strong as shit. And he's old. He's very, very old. And he speaks a dead language.
Outside.
Yeah, see, I tried all of that, and we made an agreement that tonight he would hang out for the live in case the person that he is attached to comes, and I would deliver the message. But if that person doesn't show up in the chat tonight, as soon as the live is over, I'm going to take the message, and then I'm going to send it back, and I'm just going to have to hope that eventually I run across that person and I recognize it, and I'm able to deliver the message at that point.
Maybe. I know Jeff and Early Ritual were here yesterday. I don't know if they're here today now. And Tom and Jeff.
Well, that's why I'm doing it this way. Yeah. I figured most of the people come every time me and Thomas pop up, so chances would be good that maybe they would pop back in, is what I was kind of hoping for. So, and like I said, we said we'd hang out for 60, 90 minutes. We'd give it plenty of time, because sometimes people come in a little later. and which is all fine. And who just said hypnicity? Who just said that shit? Is hypnicity here?
Not tonight, not that I've seen.
Was she here last night?
She was.
I don't know. I didn't see. I don't remember anyways.
Ooh. Wonder if it's hypnicity. I literally just heard hypnicity from somewhere, and I'm not even sure who said it, because if he said it, that's the clearest I've ever heard him, and he didn't even say message that clear. Miss Charlotte, no. Don't see her. The plot thinkings. It's not a plot. It's not a ploy. This is no scamming. This is none of that. This is somebody's guide, and I just want to deliver a message. I just needed to describe and replay the information and the energy that he came in on. He came in a lot of crazy, hectic energy, and once I got it neutralized, he just wants to deliver a message, and that's what we were doing last night. We was delivering messages. We was doing Q&A. We was just goofing off, having fun with you guys, and he's been here ever since. Your spine is tingling. What does that mean? Ask him to repeat. Yeah, I haven't seen her yet either, but I literally somebody in my right ear, and I don't receive in my right. That's my out. I'm left-hand path, so I usually receive in my left. So this was somebody that was like hypnicity. It could be hypnicity. I don't know. Somebody literally, somebody just said it in my right ear.
And thank you, Miss Tarot D, for the compliment. About it was my first time reading, and she thinks I did it badly
last night. You did great last night. So outside of Captain Short,
Captain Short,
Captain Hot Stuff.
I'm gonna piss him off again.
I'm going to go ahead, and as long as everybody has stones, I haven't seen anybody speak up saying I don't have any stones, so I guess everybody, I'm going to assume, has protection, has their guides, has their team, has whatever they need. I'm about to turn my spirit box on, and I'm going to see what kind of I didn't like that. Don't do that. Something made like a purr, like a purring sound. Unless I got a big cat around me right now. Okay. Hey, I got stones tucked in places too, and I've got I threw my ass in a protection circle. Yeah, and y'all see her right there. I got Ella. Ella got my back, and she's inside my circle too, so she's not letting anything get my back. So I am well protected tonight. I don't have to worry about anything coming out. I have my wand. My wand is right here. And I've got everything turned to the on position. Got my wand. I have my dragon, and they broke my damn dragon. Did I tell y'all they broke my dragon? They broke my dragon last night. So I had to nurse my dragon, fix my dragon, glue my dragon back together. But yeah, I have all of mine in. I am ready if you guys are ready. Are you ready, Michelle?
Yes.
Thomas, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I open this session with respect, love, and light. I mean no disrespect. Do not come disrespectful through. You are not welcome. You're not allowed. So remember, this is my place. This is my space. I'm only willing to help you and set you free. With that being said, I open my session. Hi, Mike. Well, that was quick. Hi, I'm Mike.
Hello, Michael.
To anybody that is in the room with me, my name is Hershe. This is Michelle. This is Thomas. We come with the utmost respect. We come with love and light.
Mm-hmm.
We mean no harm. We won't allow you to touch us. but we would like to interact with you and we would like to talk with you. I request that mine be quiet and stay back away from the microphone so that those coming in can be heard clearly. Thomas, do you have a mic or a machine running as well?
I have Spirit Talker running.
Okay. Thank you, Willow. I appreciate it. Miss Charlotte, thank you. Gypsy JJ, thank you. And literally, I just really want everybody protected, guys. That's literally all I'm asking for. Just humble me and humor me just for tonight. Let's make sure that collectively nothing gets through that means harm. So tonight it's do no harm. So make sure that, and if you have any kind of equipment and you want to open your equipment up, make sure that you open it with the do no harm boundaries tonight and interact with us in the chat. If you get anything that comes across, or if you have any questions that you would like for Michelle, I'm going to let Michelle kind of take over the chat while I kind of listen and try to relay everything I'm hearing. But other than that, if you do not have a specific question for me, I'm going to go ahead and remove myself from the chat and I'm going to blow the screen up and I'm going to let Michelle just kind of run chat while me and Thomas run our boxes. Are you ready, Michelle?
Well, I think so.
All right. All right. So I can no longer see the chat, you guys. I can only see or hear what Michelle says. And then if Thomas catches it, Thomas can highlight it and pull it up. But for the most part, Thomas and I are going to be receiving. So that
Before you go on, did you read Cosmic Blue Nicole's blessing?
I'm sorry, what?
Thomas just highlighted it. Did you read the blessing from Cosmic Blue before we continue?
I mean, I opened with my blessing. If she said a blessing, then that's just for the collective, and that's beautiful.
Right. I was just said now. He highlighted it now. You told me to run the chat, so I'm just trying.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, read it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it.
Well, I didn't know what you can see. So, anyways, he highlighted. Sending you all.
I already opened mine, but
sending
go ahead.
You all and all here chatting extra today. Protection in sacred geometry and pure divine light of the highest frequency.
This box just said, "Hi, Nicole." I'm just saying.
For the highest safe space to all. Okay.
My box literally just said, "Hi, Nicole." Woo. Hi. You come on through. Could you tell me your name?
Miss Tarody.
You should actually say your name. Kale. Hi, Kale. Kyle. I'm sorry, Kyle. How are you? Hi, Tom. Did you hear that? Hi, Tom. Somebody said hi, Tom. Tom. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to Bob's. I'm listening to the
Nicole asked if it was her grandma.
It's a wand. I when you say that, what did you mean by that? So you went across.
Ancient curse.
I need you to go over that way. That's him again, isn't it?
If Mimi is here, that is her grandma.
Yes, Mimi is here. She heard that correctly. Yes, she's kind of standing behind me over here by Ella. She's admiring the beautiful Miss Ella. Take him. We'll get him after the live. Thank you.
The metaphors are strange tonight.
No. The metaphors? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Miss Moonlight posted that.
Innuendos between Cosmic Orphan and Miss Charity.
I got you. I like it light and
nice one.
You know, We like it light and laughter, especially when we're dealing with heavier equipment. And I've got like 30 of them here right now. I'm just trying to go through their names. Outside of Mimi, is there anybody else that would like to speak right
Nicole
now,
said that
one at a time?
Mimi's also watching over you too. So beautiful.
Dustin, hi Dustin. Dustin says that he was in a car accident, and he does feel like he knows somebody. I'm not sure, again, who that could be. I'm not recognizing a Dustin. Do either of you recognize a Dustin that may have unalived due to a car accident?
Not me.
Ryan.
Ryan. Did it just say Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
Okay, because I heard that in like sequence. No, you cannot come here. Do not
Miss
call
Rose,
that over here. We don't want that over here. Leave the animals alone right now.
you know Orion, Miss Moonlight. She said yep to Orion.
Okay, so I have a Ryan.
Oh no, she said no Dustin or no Orion.
Okay. We have a Ryan and I have a Dustin, and then I have a Mimi that's standing back behind me back here by Miss Ella. She's like right there. Well, it's more on this. The camera I'm confused on sides.
It's fine. That side is where she's at right now.
Yeah.
Ella.
Yes, Ella is right here, and she's kind of like right over here, but she's standing right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
I got you. Like behind your head.
Yeah. It said I'll move something. Please don't touch anything. You do not have permission to touch anything. I don't need confirmation or any of that. I don't touch anything. Everything is protected right now. Don't touch anything. I got booby traps set. Yeah, I got booby traps set.
You break something, I'll break your face.
And all the way back to my Goonies. I said booby traps. Whew. Does anybody have anybody they would like to see? I've got like I'd say I've got about 18 of them. My guides took out those that were not here for conversation out, and I will cross them to other parts of their afterlife after the live. So I'm down to like 18 right now that are allowed to come through because they have no ill will, do no harm, and they agree to just conversation. So
Abraham.
Any Fae in the room?
Oh, I have several Fays. I've got a couple of cryptids. I've got one. I mean, I would call it a beast, but I don't think it would want me to call it a beast. But even my mic just said beast. It would be wanting to call itself a beast, but it means no harm, so I would assume this is somebody's protection.
Mousy asked my grandma
No, I
Minnie.
won't.
Heather asked, is there a Luis Teresa?
Is there a Luis Teresa?
Abraham Hicks?
An Abraham Hicks?
Minnie.
And a Minnie.
It's very lonely here.
So okay, so what I do have is I have no, but Kenneth is here. I don't know what that means. I don't know who that. Like I gotta know, but tell him Kenneth is here. So I don't know if somebody would have a tie to a Kenneth.
I do, but luckily he's still living.
Well, messages that are spoken to the universe can still be delivered if it's a prayer that's to be answered. So sometimes we receive answers in the craziest ways, and if you are seeking a message, an answer, sometimes
Beast, could that be someone's dog?
In the oddest ways.
Miss Charlotte asked if Beast could be
Somebody
someone's
have
dog.
a citrine very close to them.
Citrine, yes.
Like, I mean, like very close to them.
Like right here?
Okay, so whoever has the citrine right in front of them, literally right in front of them, they have a spirit cat around them right now.
I have a
I don't
10, so
see it,
I don't know
but
if
I'm
it's me.
being told by Miles that somebody that has a citrine right in front of them has a spirit cat attached to the citrine, like it's playing with the citrine. So maybe the citrine is maybe moving or vibrating. I have
I
an
don't know.
Ellie coming through right now and a Liz.
Ellie and a Liz.
It smells.
It smells like what?
That they did spells.
Oh, they did smell. I thought it said it smells. Like, what does it smell like?
Okay, so Gypsy JJ sent me to I'm guessing the citrine, and also Nicole says yes, on her chest and the necklace is a cat. I mean, is a citrine.
Okay, all I know is it would have been vibrating. The person would have noticed that their citrine was either moving or maybe vibrating because there was a spirit cat. They've got a spirit cat that was playing with it, and Miles was noticing it, and they were like, "Hey, that's a citrine." So I'm just acknowledging that
Yeah.
that my guides noticed that whoever has a citrine right in front of them, pay attention. I believe it's moving or vibrating or something. You have a spirit cat that is playing with it right now, like right now.
And did you say an Abraham came through or no? Because
Yes,
Nicole was
an
thinking
Abraham came through.
Abraham is possibly a great uncle that recently passed for Nicole.
Is that is the Abraham guy still in here? He left. They said he left. The door is still open, guys, but it's not a revolving door tonight. So for about 15 more minutes, I'm gonna leave the door open so that I can try to get him to come back. Did you call for him to come back? Okay. So again, no promises. I'm just calling out who's here. The one person says, "Don't forget the flowers this year." What was it? She left. Where did she go? Where are they going? Y'all are moving them too fast. Y'all give me 1 minute.
I got flowers right here next to me.
Somebody wanted the what is it? The Ryan guy, whoever the Ryan guy was saying something about flowers, but I didn't quite catch all of it because I missed it and nobody said that they recognized Orion. So he was saying something about don't forget the flowers. I don't know like what that specifically means, or maybe
Bye, Heather.
Like maybe a birthday, an anniversary,
right.
passing.
He was
They
reminding me to
decorate
remind somebody, hey, don't forget the
stone.
flowers when you go, or something like that.
The noise was me.
The noise?
Yeah, I had to take your pirate with
other
you.
than the zoo I got going on?
I'll take the pirate if no one else does. If he's to protect anything that's good and positive is welcome. Like to help me protect myself and like my area, secure it.
Mine is a ball. Then it's probably you. I mean, like you would feel the vibration, like literally. Like Miles said, you're going to feel the vibration, or you're going to physically see it, like rolling or tipping or something. If it was like sitting down, but if you're holding it, like I don't know, I'm not in the room with you, so I don't know if it's like sitting down and you're like seeing it visibly move, or if you're wearing it and you're feeling like the vibration because there's a spirit cat playing with it. So at that moment, I don't know if it's still going on, but right when it was happening, when Miles said to say it, That's when it was happening, right then and there. Tuesday. What was it?
Jesus.
Where did I get
Jesus.
Tuesday?
Facts.
Jesus will be here Tuesday? With
Did
the
it say
cat?
cat?
Facts.
Fact.
ACTS.
Well, between yours, mine, and all of them, it's getting a little blurry. So I'm going to shut mine off and let yours go because I've got all of these guys, so I don't need the added extra on my end. So you keep yours going. I'm going to shut mine off. With all due respect, I shut this
Heather
down
said it's her 20th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Maybe the
until I
flowers
close
is a
down,
reminder.
but I am shutting down the spirit box for right now.
Happy anniversary, Heather. I mean, Nicole. Nicole said that it's her 20th wedding
Yeah,
anniversary.
the 20th anniversary. Happy
Maybe the flowers is
anniversary.
a reminder.
Hey.
Celebrate.
Maybe the flowers is a reminder. Oh, it could have been a reminder. You better get flowers, girl. Does he have like wildflower obsession, like the ones that grow wild on the side of the road? Does he like? Is there like a certain specific one that just kind of catches his eye every once in a while? There's got to be a specific reason. That was the message Ryan wanted said. I haven't. You aren't saying anything while you're just over here excusing me. I think he's saying like, excuse me, but I really don't know. I want to say bless you, but I don't know if he's sneezing. I'm not sure what it is. Such a blank amount of being able to understand him. What did that say?
The quality?
Equality.
Oh, equality.
Equality. Did you make that thing say that word? That's a weird. I don't think I've ever heard a spirit box say that word before. That is an odd word, right? Is that not an odd?
I don't think that would be a pre-programmed name. I get a lot of names for this, so I think there's a lot of pre-programmed names.
Right, but that's kind of an odd. That's odd, right?
Yeah, that's odd.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave about right at about 8 more minutes, 10 more minutes at most, maybe 15. I am not staying the entire time with the mics open. So I'm gonna leave it open just a few more minutes.
Any more?
She's still back here behind me. She's infatuated with Ella, and she has got a little bit of a conversation going on with, what is her name? Annette. There's an Annette here that she's having a conversation with, and they're talking about, I think they're talking about a slip knot, like some kind of slip knot of some thing, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not trying to ear hustle too much.
Annette.
Yeah, her name is the one that her grandma is talking
Mimi's
to.
talking
Annette. Huh?
Mimi, the one that Mimi's talking to is Annette. Mimi's talking to Annette. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I love it when now Mimi, Nicole's grandmother, came through for her when Miss Bunny came through when the Nicole for me with the Nicole. And you, of course. But she always comes with you. You and her are like best friends.
Like they're talking about magical protection spells of some kind. Some kind of magical there's some kind of spirit knot they're talking about placing around the outside of my apartment building before she leaves. She was asking Miss Annette if she would help her lay some kind of spiritual slip knots or something around. It sounds like booby traps to me, but again, I don't know. I don't understand everything. I'm still a student learning, guys. I just have a strong connection because I died twice. So
go grandma.
I know she is not playing.
Contain.
To contain it? Yeah, she's trying to help me contain. It was wild, y'all. It was wild. I mean, it was wild. I can't stress enough I can't stress enough. And I won't do it again. It will never, ever happen again. Not with me not being able to be 100% on top of my game.
Right.
Yes. Are y'all twins? Oh, wow. Hi.
A protection shield, yes.
Brian. Hi, Brian.
It's not me.
So I have a Brandon and a Brian. I think they're twins. I can't swear to it.
I got cold here right now. My mom must be here.
Oh
nice.
yeah,
So,
like I can just like pack it up and put it in my bottomless bag and carry it with me and put it on my next apartment because I'm moving soon. I'm not, going into detail about that yet, but it will be coming out in the next few months, and we're gonna help Hershey get Hershey motivated and get Hershey moved, and I'm gonna need all the gems to help me get there, and I don't mean financially, I mean cheering me on, refilling my hope cup, keeping the energy going because I'm going to need a lot of energy. So, I'm be hitting y'all up for a bunch of energy here in the next probably 30 to 45 days because it's coming up soon. My lease is almost up, so it's crazy. It's just gone by so fast. Like it's just gone by so fast. We've got 4 minutes, and I'm shutting the boxes down. Um, we're ending the live in about 15 minutes or so.
Miss Tarot D says you're
Shutting the
going into
boxes
witness protection program.
session down, and then I'm going to slowly start pulling in and shutting doors. So tonight I'm not stuck with all that energy, and I've got help from everybody collectively because everybody's got stones out, so everybody can help send it back. With love, of course. With love. With love. With love. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad about the little pirate dude, but I'm gonna miss his bright white light. I have never been able to see a bright white light like this ever before. Now that I got all of him, all the negative and all the chaos like neutralized, and now he's just like pure, and he's not full of the craziness of last night.
I
He is
thought
the
because you had
whitest
said earlier that he was kind of gray, so he's bright white now.
He was until I got all of him cleared out. Once I got everything, it was like he just went white, like the whitest white I've ever seen in my life. Like I have never seen this shade of white before.
That's very intriguing. Interesting.
I am moving south, Cosmic Orphan. That's literally all I will say at this point. I've got applications in, and I don't want to. I'm speaking in existence only that I'm going south, but where I'm meant to go, the universe will guide me to that place. I've got two places that are very fitting for me, but I want the one that I'm meant to be in to be the one that I end up at. So, as soon as I get an approved application, I will be letting everybody know what state was the state that wanted Hershe to be there. Because it's up to the universe ultimately. All right, we got 2 minutes. Well, now 1 minute, and I will be shutting off all the boxes.
Any messages for me? I'm just kidding.
Really?
Well, you said you got a minute. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Well, I mean, not forever, but at least for today.
Yeah.
We'll pick this up in 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll open up the door, and we'll do it in a controlled environment like we normally do on every other Saturday. But last night was not normal. It was crazy, and it's not going to happen again. Not on my watch or my channel. So there's a lot of people that open doors, but I'm not opening any more doors. on a live that is not pre-scheduled, pre-arranged, and pre-protected.
Me too, Miss Charlotte. These spirits were a lot quieter tonight than I originally expected or anticipated as well. That they thought.
Bye, Cosmic. Have a good night. He got a FaceTime call from a pirate. Woo, I'm so
We
glad
knew
I'm
it was you,
entertained.
Cosmic. Take
Hey,
him back.
I am shutting down all boxes. Thomas, do you mind, brother? Please turn your box off and close your session.
Okay, I'll do that.
We close this box down with sessions of completeness and controlness. Thank you for participating and being here. Those of you that are still here, you are welcome to stay. For those of you that are waiting for me, please enter back into the room and I will help you as soon as the live is over. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Thomas. All right, guys. So, Michelle, what does the rest of your weekend look like? Now we're just going to kind of unwind and I'm going to shut doors that I opened while Michelle and Thomas kind of describe the rest of their weekend.
Packing. Pretty much packing and getting ready. Next weekend is my move. And then cleaning the place. And I don't have that much to pack, but it's still packing. I mean, you know. And
a move is a move, no matter.
I need to make a list, a really to-do list, because a lot's gonna be happening this week. So, like in regards to calling the utility companies, setting things up, getting the internet set up because I work from home. So, you know, by next Monday, like I really have to. I have to make a list because I'm gonna forget amongst everything with work, class, packing. Next thing I know, it's gonna be Thursday, and I'll be like, "Holy crap! I haven't called anybody."
And we've got class tomorrow at noon. If you need to pack, I will understand.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't have that much stuff, so I really should. I have time for. I can have time for the class, an hour and a half.
It's Star tomorrow for the tarot journaling, and Hershe's got Monday meta messages, and then we're with Allie Monday night.
Yep.
For blind spots, right?
Yeah.
Do I get the chance to paint or change things a bit before moving in? No. I'm lucky that I get no more than 6 nails are in per room. I mean, I can get permission if I wanted to paint and stuff like that. But at this point, I'm not worried about it. Just gotta get there.
Well, I think Thomas pretty much covered my whole schedule. So, I don't have after Monday. If I'm looking at my schedule, I don't have anything after Monday until Wednesday for shadow reads. And then we've got Gerald for Friday for Yawns again at 3 p.m. our time, which I think is 4 his time, right? Isn't
I think so. He's an hour ahead.
I'm not sure if he's Eastern or not. I think maybe he is. Ohio, Indiana.
Yeah, I think he's right above me. I'm in Missouri. I think he's above me. But then Saturday, the 24th, is scavenger hunt. I got spirit box in the head. It's scavenger hunt, and this scavenger hunt this coming up Saturday is with Brian from Blushing Nerd Tarot and PD from the Tarot Lounge. So I gotta get some damn good lists made up, y'all. These probably gonna be my best list ever. So
I'm gonna miss it.
The list as I always do, but I'm gonna have to make it challenging because it's Brian. I mean, I have to, right? I have to. It's Brian. And
Would
we
you
will
mind
have a
me?
special judge.
I
Tom
won't be there.
from Early Ritual will be one of the special judges because it's Brian and we're all besties. So
And I probably won't be there because I'll be moving, so I'm gonna miss it. I'm so
it's
sad.
okay. It's
That's
okay.
it. I'm calling it off.
Petey cheat.
Calling off the move. I'm calling it off. I gotta be able to see it.
See, I
Till
know I'm
2021.
central. I didn't think Gerald was central. I know I'm central. I thought Gerald was an hour ahead of me, being I think Eastern. I thought he was an hour ahead of me, just like Tom from
Oh,
Early
PD
Ritual.
cheats,
He's
so
an
watch
hour
her.
ahead of me. Heather, I think Miss Tarot D is an hour ahead of me. I don't know. I don't understand the time zone thing. I'm still getting very confused on that. What's funny? I missed something.
Mr. Tarot D said PD cheats. Watch her.
Well, I don't know how's she gonna cheat in her own collection, but we're gonna make it happen. But between you, Miss Tarot D, and Tom as the judges for the scavenger hunt, I know nothing will get past you two. So I'm not worried about it next Saturday because y'all will be there, and I know you
Well,
got.
I probably won't be.
Well, I know you won't. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys understand why tonight's show was a little different. Like I said, I wanted to try to help somebody receive a very important message that is very deserving for them. And their guide really just wanted to get it to them. And we didn't get it to them today, but I am going to take the message down. So if you recognize this person that I spent the first 30 minutes describing and you think that he could be yours, no matter who you are, please reach out to me because I have a message for you that I will take just as soon as I end the live. And I'm ending the live in just a couple of minutes. So I will take his message and then I will be sending him back to you. And all I can do is hope that eventually your connection is strong and you keep working at your goal, whoever you are, because you're very deserving to understand and hear your guides in some way that works in your world. Hi Rose Blue. It's been a very busy night. It's been a very busy night. There's a lot going on and you know, catch the replay if you want to.
Rose
I
Blue was here yesterday, right?
To us. Are you missing a pirate, Rose Blue?
Rose Blue was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
I
okay,
mean,
there's a short
pirate.
version of this. Do you have a guide that's from the 5th or 6th, 5 or 600 BC, and he would consider himself a captain, a pirate captain? Um, I'll tell you what, Miss Tarot D, so that I know he stays safe and doesn't get lost in the damn matrix, I will send him to you. And Rose says she did.
She doesn't know
Okay.
her. Yeah.
She doesn't know who her guides are, and he's not speaking up. So I'm gonna assume it's probably not you. I know that he was very comfortable with Miss Tarot D last night because him and her were talking a lot of shit back and forth. And he happens to like her elephants. So at some point he had interaction with Miss Tarot D yesterday. That's why originally I thought he might belong with her on her team. You know what? I can't still rule that all the way out. I know that he's not the specific one that her and I talked about, but I can't swear he's not on her team. I just can't. I just can't because it feels right for me to send him to her. I don't know. I'm gonna cross that bridge in a few seconds. But for right now, I wish everybody blessings and lots of hope. And you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here tonight. So thank you very much for that. For anything and everything, for the contributions. I love you so very much. We are very grateful for you. We will be back here and see you tomorrow for class because it is all about refilling that hope cup because tomorrow is the star card. So I will see you guys tomorrow and you're coming in hot. Okay, bye guys. He's getting hot on me again. So I'm going to go ahead
Well,
and see
Miss
you
Carol
about
G was
sending
talking
him
about
on.
how comfortable he feels. So, okay, bye.
Good night. I